Who controls the past controls the future, wrote George Orwell in 1984, describing a totalitarian government that edited history to manipulate the thoughts of the people in a dystopian future. There's plenty of evidence to suggest that we're now living in that future, according to the Sunday Telegraph, Lewis.
Well, this is one of those, excuse me for saying it's another non-story. It's like saying that museums have a point of view. And all institutions have a point of view. It's titled, How the Left-Wing Elite Use British Museums to Distort History, which is they're moving towards a more left-wing, more woke approach to things, and including saying how that the Elgin marbles should have been returned to Egypt, how the Benin bronzes should be returned to Benin or Nigeria, wherever that is. And another thing that they're complaining about is that there's a discussion whether it's okay to even use the term mummy to describe an embalmed corpse.
Is that because it's not a gender-neutral term? I mean, shouldn't museums be... They should be neutral. Museums shouldn't have a politicised view on the history that they present.
But that's what they're saying here. What I'm saying is it's impossible for any institution to be neutral. It just is impossible. If you revere the history, that's not neutral. If you blame your history, that's not.
But you can certainly try harder. I mean, at the moment at Kew Gardens, which I mean is a wonderful place with so many plants that have been brought to the UK. But they say that some plants are racist or have racist names. The other places have medical exhibits that they describe as sexist. I mean, surely putting these modern values on historical artefacts isn't true. I mean, what if a right-wing party took over? I mean, the Tories actually aren't right-wing. Sorry to disappoint anybody, but they're not. They're a Conservative party in name only. But, you know, if a right-wing party or a far-right party got in and then wanted to do something else, you wanted museum exhibits to, say, for example, justify that, homosexuality or something was wrong, as far-right, parties have done in the past. This creates a precedent that would sort of justify them doing it.
But there's no way around this. If you don't change a museum, you're left with a museum of a museum. Where I live in southeast London, there's the Horniman Museum, which is the most amazing place because they still have the original boxes and the original displays that the animals come in, including a seal that looks so unnatural. I don't think they never saw a seal
bad
before.
Taxidermy. Were you disappointed when you went into the Horniman Museum?
Not Horniman.
And it wasn't
Horniman.
It didn't live up to its name.
No. That joke has been made many times before, Leo. But it's in a fantastic place.
Yeah.
But it is a relic.
Yeah.
And so there's no around this. This is either you change and it becomes weird, or you don't change, it becomes weird.
So whatever we've got is going to present the values of today.